What is up, guys? Sent here, back at it again with another video. Today, we are doing left fielders. Today, we have a left fielders tier list, and that's about it. Let's get into it. Yes, left fielders ain't the best position in baseball, so there's going to be a lot of low tier guys here. But I also think there's going to be a lot of mid-second basemen, in my opinion. Just looking from these guys here, I think there's a lot of mid around here, which there's nothing wrong with mid. As long as you're not extremely terrible, it's not bad. Next up, David Peralta. David Peralta wasn't great in Tampa Bay, so I'm going to throw him in C. Then you got Eddie Rosario up, the friendly Puerto Rican, as he got the nickname around this channel due to Troy Dan's the friendly Mexican with Eddie. I don't know how that happened. I just randomly said it on a rebuild, and it became just a long-time trend. He had a great World Series, but overall this season he played really bad, sadly. Next up, Austin Hayes. Austin Hayes is B-tier left fielder. He's pretty good. Next up, you got Alex Verdugo. Alex Verdugo is also B-tier. He's pretty solid. Then you got Ian Happ. You got one of the best defensive guys here with Ian Happ. And same thing with Steven Kwan. Two of the best defensive guys who also batted around 300 this year. Yeah, great hitting guys. You can't not have them in A tier. They do amazing stuff. Next up, Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham's going to C. Yeah, he's more of a joke at this point with the guy down here, who some people might really like his ranking, or some people might really hate it. Just going to say Kev Brado probably will love it. Next up, Kris Bryant. I'm going to throw him an A. He did very well when he did play, but he didn't have a full season. I feel like he'll be an S probably next year, but he didn't play a full season, so I'm not going to put him in S right now. Next up, we got Eloy Jimenez, also A tier. Doesn't play full seasons, but he plays amazing when he does play. Need him to be healthy for a full season, although his defense is pretty bad too. Next up, Austin Meadows, going into C tier, didn't have a great season. Next up, we got Michael Brantley. Brantley is going to go in A tier, also a great player here. Doesn't get as much love as he should. Same thing with Andrew Benintendi, also a great hitter. Both batted around 300, I think. Sucks that Brantley wasn't healthy for the playoffs this season, but I'm happy he at least got his first ring as a Cleveland fan. Yeah, what he had to endure in 2016, yeah, it was horrible. Next up, Brandon Marsh. I'm going to throw him in B tier. Honestly, he was really good in Philadelphia. Wasn't great in Los Angeles, but as soon as he got to Philadelphia, he's played very well. Pretty sure he was part of the Logan O'Hoppe deal. So I don't think the Angels extremely lost that deal. I don't know if they're going to win it, but Logan O'Hoppe is a great catcher, so I don't think they're going to end up losing in the long run in that deal. But Brandon Marsh did play well this season. And I'm pretty sure the Syndergaard deal was separate. Next up, Chris Taylor. I'm going to throw him in C. Didn't have a great season. I think this is Jorge Soler. If it's not, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure it's Jorge Soler, so I'm going to throw Jorge Soler in B tier just because of what he did. Last season was amazing, although he didn't play extremely well this year, but he wasn't healthy much, so I think that was a reason why he didn't play well. Next up, Yelich. Yeah, people like to talk shit on Yelich, but Yelich is a pretty solid player still. But I feel like this is what Yelich is going to be for the rest of his career, sadly. Like, he's going back to, like, the last 3 years, he's not been great, sadly. And it's ever since he got injured in 2019. It's terrible the way that happened. He would have won MVP that year if it wasn't for that. Sucks to see the way his careers went down. But overall, he's been pretty solid, so I'm going to throw him in B tier. Next up, we got Trevor Larnach. Trevor Larnach is overall C tier. Left fielder, he ain't extremely good, but he ain't extremely bad. Next up, Mark Canha. Mark Canha, I'm going to throw him in B tier. Was not talked about this year. He should have been talked about a whole lot more. It's a little weird the way this is going. Next, we got Joey Gallo. Yeah, that's going to end the streak of A, B, and C. Joey Gallo is going to go down in D tier. Used to be extremely good, but he's overall forgot how to hit. Chad Pinder also going to join him in D tier. Didn't have a great season this year. He's pretty damn bad. He can't field really either. Kyle Scharber, yeah, he can't field. Yeah, he can't run, but who fucking cares? He can swing the bat, led the NL in home runs. He's going right to S tier. Next up, Ben Gamel. Ben Gamel is going to go in C tier. He ain't extremely bad like Pinder and Gallo were, but he's gonna go in C tier. Next up, we got Jurickson Profar. Jurickson Profar is going to join the B tier group. He had a pretty solid season this year. And now we get the Jock. Some people are going to hate this ranking, but he's going right to S. Okay, Jesse Winker. I'm also going to put him in B tier with Profar. He had a pretty solid season. Wasn't extremely great, but he did pretty solid in my opinion. Next up, Tyler O'Neill. Yep, I'm going to put Tyler O'Neill in B tier. Yeah, he didn't have a great season this year, but I'm going to put him in B tier. Next up, Randy Arozarena. I'm going to put Randy Arozarena in A tier. He had a pretty solid season this year. Next up, Eli White. I don't know if he's going to be their left fielder next year. I actually had to ask my friend who's on Texas. Who's a Texas fan. He didn't get back to me. He said he doesn't really know who it's going to be. It might be Dwella Thompson. Also could end up being Ezekiel Duran. So I'm going to say it's Eli White as of now. Also could be Josh Smith too. But Eli White as of now is D tier in my opinion. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is B tier. Also pretty solid. And then Yadiel Hernandez will end this list off. I'm going to put him in C tier. He didn't have an extremely great season this year. But he's pretty young, so maybe he'll end up playing well in the future. That's pretty much going to do it for the video. I'll see y'all in the next one. See ya and goodbye.